Listen, not with your mind. Listen with your whole body, with every cell. It has begun. Right now, this very second, as my voice touches your hearing, an invisible mechanism is activating. The clock is already ticking. October 26th is not a date on the calendar. It is the point of no return. An alarm signal that rings not in your ears, but in the very core of your being. This is not a forecast. Forget that word. This is an energetic transmission, a vibrational key you have been waiting for your entire life without even knowing it. All your pain, all your searching, all your falls and rises have led you right here, to this very moment. Feel the air. It has become dense, thick. It's as if it's electrified with ozone after an unseen storm. This is because the fabric of reality has thinned, the veil is lifted, and the universe is issuing its verdict, not to someone else, but specifically to you. The karmic mirror is activated. It is looking at you, and it is waiting. Tune into this frequency. This is your personal access code to a new reality. You feel it in your body, don't you? This strange, deep, almost mercury-like fatigue that comes not from your muscles, but from your very bones, from your cellular memory. This is not an illness to be cured. I repeat, you are not sick. This is the great reset of old, spent, energetic programs. Your body is releasing ballast accumulated over decades, over lifetimes. And the fog in your head? That viscous, milky haze that keeps you from thinking logically, that mixes up words and dates. Rejoice in it. The old, limited mind is being unplugged from its power source. Its control is weakening, giving way to pure knowing, to intuition. You will notice other things too. A light, almost tickling vibration in your body, especially when you are relaxed, as if a quiet, powerful engine is running inside you. This is your body tuning its frequency to the new grid of reality. Or tingling, heat in your palms, in the centers of your feet. These are your centers of creation, your tools of materialization, awakening from sleep. Chills for no reason, sudden waves of heat. This is not a cold. This is the fire of the cosmic forge, burning karmic debris from your subtle bodies. And that quiet, high-pitched, almost angelic hum in your ears? That is the sound of your personal tuning fork. It is the universe tuning you to the note of your true purpose. Your body is remembering from its divine blueprint. And your emotions, they have become a raging ocean. 1 minute, you are overwhelmed by a baseless, chilling, almost animalistic anxiety. You can't find an explanation for it. Don't look for one. This is not your anxiety. You, like a sensitive barometer, are picking up the collective fear of the old world as it agonizes, as it crumbles to dust. It knows its time is up, and you feel its death throes as your own. And the next second, with no transition, a wave of crystal clear, almost childlike optimism and omnipotence washes over you. These are glimpses, photonic flashes of the new reality that already awaits you. Tears. They come suddenly, without reason. Do not hold them back. Your wise body is releasing accumulated pain through water, cleansing your emotional reservoirs. And that all-pervading, nagging feeling that something huge, something grandiose and fateful is about to happen. Trust it. It is the most accurate compass. Even sudden flashes of anger that seem inappropriate. This is not a breakdown. This is your system deleting corrupt, toxic files of resentment and blame. The karmic mirror of October 26th, like a giant lunar spotlight, is pulling to the surface absolutely everything that was hidden in the darkest basements of your subconscious. To understand what is happening, forget everything you knew. We must speak a new language. What is activating on October 26th is not just a planetary influence. It is the beginning of a process I call the alchemical distillation of the life stream. Imagine that your entire life up to this moment, with all its joys and sorrows, was just a murky, unpurified liquid in a huge alchemical flask. Mixed within it are your true desires, your divine spark, but also foreign programs, your parents' fears, social viruses, the pain of past incarnations, resentments, regrets, heavy toxic impurities. And now, the universe lights a fire under this flask, not a soft, warming fire, but a fierce, purifying fire of truth. This fire is the energy of the karmic mirror. Its purpose is to heat your life stream to such a temperature that everything pure, everything that is truly you, your golden essence, begins to evaporate, to rise up. And everything heavy, murky, and artificial, all the karmic sludge, settles at the bottom as useless dross. This is a complete reset of the pain matrix, a return to the original purity of your divine code. Why now? Why has this process begun with such relentless force? Because a critical mass has been reached. Your soul has suffered enough. Humanity has wandered in the dark for long enough. The planet itself, a living being, is raising its vibrational frequency, shedding its old, dense shell like a snake sheds its skin. And you, as its child, must either synchronize with it or be left behind in the old, dying reality. The alchemical distillation of your life stream is not a gentle wave of change. Forget about smooth transitions. This is a fiery, surgically precise flow of purification. It is a scalpel of light, cutting away everything false, everything foreign, everything that is not you. This is not a punishment. It is an act of the greatest mercy. The universe sees that you are ready. You have passed enough lessons in the illusion of separation. You are ready to remember yourself as the alchemist, as the creator. This is an inevitable evolutionary leap that your higher self planned eons ago. And the date is set, October 26th. The fire is lit. Observe the world around you. It is screaming at you with signs. The universe is no longer whispering, it is speaking at full volume. And these are not the cliches you are used to. These are new, original, undeniable proofs. You go outside and suddenly notice that the shadows have become deeper, more velvety, as if they have their own dimension. The air, at certain moments, begins to taste sweet, as if you are inhaling nectar. You look at ordinary, inanimate objects, a chair, a cup, a stone, and for a split second it seems they are breathing, vibrating, living their own quiet, secret life. And silence, it is no longer just the absence of sound. Silence itself now has a sound. It is a dense, tangible, pulsating substance that holds all the answers. This is the alchemical distillation in the external world. The impurities of chaos and noise are settling, and you are beginning to hear the music of pure being. You will notice how the water in your glass changes its taste, becomes softer, more alive. This is not a fantasy. Water, as the great carrier of information, is already absorbing the new codes of purity. The world is showing you what is happening inside you. It has become your mirror. Now, turn inward. The evidence there is even more obvious. Your taste receptors are changing. Food that used to bring pleasure, heavy, greasy, chemical, suddenly begins to cause aversion, almost nausea. Your body, this wise alchemical vessel, is itself demanding pure fuel for the distillation process. You find yourself drawn to simple, living food, to pure water, to things that carry light. Your body refuses to accept low vibrations. Alcohol, sugar, nicotine suddenly feel like poison, like things that contaminate and cloud your life stream. interfering with the great process. And your intuition? It is sharpening to the level of a superpower. You no longer assume or think. You simply know. You know when to call, where to go, who to trust, and who to stay away from. This inner compass is becoming infallible. Your dreams are becoming vivid, tangible, almost real. They are no longer a chaotic collection of images. They are training programs. In your sleep, new archives of your soul are being unpacked. Your nervous system is being briefed and trained for life in the new, high frequencies. Look at your relationships. This is the most obvious arena for the alchemical distillation. People who have been part of your life for years suddenly begin to disappear. Without arguments, without drama, without confrontations. They just quietly and naturally drift away, as if the river of your life is changing its course and flowing around them. Do not cling to them. This is not a loss. In the process of distillation, substances that don't share a common essence inevitably separate and are drained away. You will notice that the masks people wear become almost physically unbearable to you. Lies, hypocrisy, insincerity cause you not just mental rejection, but physical discomfort, headaches, nausea. You begin to sense a lie like cold, like a dissonance in space, like an unpleasant, subtle smell. Your energetic system is no longer compatible with falsehood. It seeks only pure, clear resonance. Old karmic bonds, built on duty, guilt, or pity, are thinning and breaking on their own. The system is deleting incompatible files to make room for new, pure connections. And of course, abundance. Money. Let's talk about this directly. All programs of poverty, deficit, the fear of not enough, this is not your reality. They are the heaviest and most toxic impurities, the murky sediments that were artificially implanted into your life stream. These are viruses, written onto your consciousness's hard drive by generations of your ancestors who lived in a survival paradigm. On October 26th, the day the karmic mirror activates, the alchemical distillation is burning these programs to the ground. The fire of truth evaporates the illusion of lack. You suddenly realize with absolute clarity, you were never the effect. You have always been, and remain, the cause. You stop chasing money. You stop being a seeker of gold. You remember that you are the alchemist who transforms any energy, any idea, any intention into the pure gold of material abundance. The flow will open up from the most unexpected, most illogical places for the old mind. You are the generator of reality, and the universe was just waiting for you to remember this, to hand you full access to its treasury. And love, the real kind. Your heart is the main alchemical vessel, which was covered in scars, cracks, and soot from past failed experiments. Every pain, every resentment, every disappointment, this is a dark film on its walls that interfered with the pure process. The alchemical distillation is laser surgery on the heart. The energy of the karmic mirror, like a beam of pure light, penetrates every crack and burns away all the old pain, all the residue of past relationships. Toxic, karmic connections in which you lost yourself are falling away. Invisible etheric cords through which your energy leaked to people from the past are being severed. Your heart's magnet is cleansed of impurities and calibrated to a new frequency, the frequency of wholeness. And then you stop attracting half parts, broken, wounded people who need saving or fixing. You begin to attract the same pure resonance, whole, self-sufficient beings, where a union is not an attempt to fill an inner void, but a dance of two free, shining universes, joining to create something even more beautiful. And most importantly, your sense of self. That background anxiety, that constant, quiet hum of worry in your head that you considered normal, that you got used to like chronic pain, it will disappear. Just one morning, you will wake up and realize it is gone. A ringing, diamond-like silence will arrive within. But it will not be the silence of emptiness, but the silence of absolute fullness and presence. For the first time, you will feel what it means to simply be, without fear, without judgment, without expectation. You will acquire a state of crystalline clarity, in which all questions fall away on their own, because you are the answer. A deep, unshakable harmony with yourself and the world will become your new operating state. Your true creative power will awaken, not to prove anything to anyone, but as the natural breath of your soul. It's as if you've been looking at the world through a dirty, fogged-up window your whole life, and suddenly it has been thrown wide open. This is your new factory setting, the state of the creator. But there is a price, and you must know about it. This will not be an easy walk. Before the system can install the new software, it must perform a complete, total uninstallation of the old. And this process is painful. This is the fiery purification. It is like the fever before a complete healing. You cannot build a shining temple of light on the rotten, moldy foundation of old traumas and illusions. The foundation must be burned clean. And therefore, in the coming days, everything darkest, everything most painful, everything you so carefully hid even from yourself will rise to the surface. This is necessary. Understand? This is not a regression. This is a deep cleaning. The universe is shaking all the dust out of you before filling you with light. Do not be afraid of this fire. It is not destroying you. It is only destroying that which is not you. Be ready. When the distillation begins, the impurities do not leave quietly. They boil up, rise from the bottom, and for a time, make the entire liquid even murkier than it was. This is your shadow. Your deepest fears will show their face. Baseless anger will tear its way out. Tears of despair and self-pity will rise in your throat. Guilt for the past will try to lock you in its chains again. And the external world will reflect this process. People around you, even the closest ones, will suddenly begin to test you. Without realizing it, they will push your most painful buttons, provoke you, devalue you, try to pull you into old scenarios of drama and conflict. This is the final exam. This is a test of the purity of your intention. Will you maintain the state of a calm, loving alchemist who simply observes the process? Or will you get drawn back into the boiling, murky sludge and stop the distillation? So what should you do when the peak of this process arrives, around October 26th? The answer is paradoxically simple. Do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Your task is to become the total, all-accepting, loving observer. Imagine you are sitting on the high bank of a mighty river, just watching as it carries all the trash past you. Old logs of resentment, plastic bottles of fear, rotten leaves of regret. You do not jump into this river. You do not try to stop it or clean it. You just observe. Be in silence. Disconnect from external noise as much as possible. News, social media, empty conversations. Your system needs all its energy for the internal work. Drink plenty of pure water. Water is a liquid crystal. It is the best conductor for the new energetic codes that are now streaming to Earth. And most importantly, trust the process. Totally. Boundlessly. Breathe. When a wave of fear or pain rises, do not fight it. Just breathe through it, deeply and calmly. You are not this pain. You are the space in which it arises and dissolves. Do not interfere with the universe's work. And now, for what you absolutely, categorically, must not do during this period. This is critically important. First and foremost, do not enter into conflict. Any conflict, any argument, any judgment is a voluntary dive into the murky stream of the old matrix. It is a cancellation of the new software installation and a rollback to the old, viral version. You are literally draining the precious energy given to you for transformation into the black hole of old vibrations. Second, do not try to analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old processor, your logic, is incapable of understanding the principles of quantum alchemy. It will panic, look for threats, make false diagnoses. Turn off the analyst. Trust the feelings in your body. Third, do not cling to the old. Not to the people who are leaving, not to the habits that are falling away, not to the beliefs that are crumbling to dust. Your hand must be completely empty so the universe can place its gifts in it. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. And when the most intense phase of the fiery distillation is complete, silence will fall. Not just silence, but a deep, velvety, all-encompassing calm. You will feel an incredible lightness in your body, as if an invisible lead spacesuit you have worn your whole life has been removed. That diamond-like clarity will arrive in your mind. The system is rebooted. The alchemical distillation of the life stream is complete. Your golden essence is separated from the karmic dross. Your consciousness's new operating system is activated. For the first time, you will feel what true synchronization of soul, mind, and body is. They are no longer at war with each other. They sound in unison, like a perfectly tuned divine orchestra. You look in the mirror, and you don't just see a person. You see the Creator, looking back at you through your own eyes. Welcome home. You do not just create your reality. You are this reality. You always have been, and you always will be.